Yo, what is up, everyone? What's going on? You know who it is. It's your boy Cedric Green coming live every Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, whenever I feel, I guess. But here we are with Mile High Bandwagon. We're switching it up from fantasy reports. We're actually just gonna be talking. Hold on, I got some of these channels that didn't pass over, so it's telling me to take them
Uh-oh.
off. But either way, yeah. So we're talking preseason. Got the NFL ramped up. Told you guys to be here before you know it. So I got the boys, Shawnee and Justin, in here. We'll go ahead and get the intro going and get right into it. Mile. Hi. Sports. Bandwagon. Welcome to the Mile High Bandwagon. Come and chat with me. This the Mile High Sports Chat track for the city. From big threes to touchdowns, I'm talking hat tricks. If it's a competition, that's probably where I'm at. This the Mile High Bandwagon. Find me on Shady Sports Network. Shady Sports Network. Oh man, that's an intro right there. Tell you what.
Yeah, that was a banger.
But to let you guys know,
huh?
man, you're coming here for sports. This is the bandwagon, you know what I mean? So we're jumping on all the hottest trends, the hottest topics around here. You guys know how I normally do. Mostly Broncos, but I mean, I got my other guys with me, so we're gonna be bringing some Steelers, some Lions talk, hopefully, and just around the horn, just bringing it to you guys, bringing that energy, bringing some great topics, and just really touching on the preseason. So bandwagon, here we are. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining me with this. How's it going, Shawnee? How's it going, Justin?
Good. Happy to be here, talk some football.
Yes,
Man. I'm with you. I'm here. It's,
there we go.
It's
Yeah,
nice
so
to sometimes take a break from the fantasy. You know?
Yeah.
And no,
It
we'll
was
talk
nice to
fantasy
just
on
turn
here
it off
too.
and just watch football. Like that was
Yeah,
I know, but
right?
you know what I mean. Instead of got to get away from that robot set in stone format all the time. It's nice to kind of not feel the pressure of what I think and whether I'm right or wrong and how I got this guy ranked 2 spots below you and how I'm wrong.
Yeah,
A
no,
lot
it's
of
just
people
like what
rose
you
and
see.
fall.
Yeah, what you see, because I mean, I don't know. I'm not watching every single game with fantasy intentions for sure. There's a lot of games I'm
Right?
kind of just watching. So,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I caught a bit of the Broncos game this afternoon, and I gotta say, man, call me Homer, call me Simpson, call me whatever you want. I think Bo Nix looked
Dang,
pretty
he's calling
comfortable
it.
out
How
there.
you feeling about that wide receiver room now? He's gonna be
That
slinging
wide
that rock.
receiver room, man, they were looking good up and down the board. Let me tell you, hey, sometimes all it takes is somebody zip it in there. Because I felt like even Zach Wilson had a little zip on his
Oh
passes.
man.
I stopped watching them, but definitely Bo Nix, I felt like was the better quarterback out there,
Oh, for
and
sure.
the Broncos had some energy to them, man, that I hadn't seen. We hadn't seen in the past few years. There were some plays, that I felt like definitely didn't see last year from them. There was a bootleg where, or not bootleg, it was a play or a read action or whatever it is, RPO or
RPO,
something.
run back
Yes,
There you go.
option.
we're
Yeah.
seeing some college plays out there. They're
Yeah.
looking like, and then those uniforms, like you were
Oh
saying,
my
Justin,
God.
man, like, how do you feel
Those are
about
rough,
those?
man. Someone needs to talk to somebody that can send those things back.
You're not liking them?
Nah.
He's
Oh
playing like he
man.
wants to start, and that's what he should be doing, and it's good to see.
Yeah, he is, and that's how it's supposed to be. And I'm glad he didn't come. I'm glad Sean Payton didn't start him this week, because that there was no need for that unneeded pressure of going up against ones that didn't want to really be out there anyway for a couple of
Well, yeah, that's
possessions
how
or a
he
couple of
came out with
drives.
that order as Knicks is number 3 for a reason.
No, he
You
had him
know,
as two. He had him as two. So he
Oh.
played the second, I think, like halfway through the second, and then until like halfway through the third. So ended out the second, started the third. And then Zach Wilson came in at 3. And then I think he's gonna have him start next week. So he's gonna start next week against Carolina or whoever they're playing. I don't know who they're playing next week, but I know that's
The
the
Packers.
plan. The Packers, yeah. So the Packers. So I
I'll
imagine he'll
able
be
to watch that up
practicing.
here.
Oh, there you go. You get that
Well, I'm in
locally,
that
right?
sweet spot where I'm a Lions fan, but like where I live, I get like the edge of like the Vikings games and the edge of the Packers games on local TV.
Isn't that how it is anyway up there? Like you're either like you're a Lions, a Packers, a Vikings fan, or
the
you know, but
territory
you
lines are very much drawn up here.
is it?
Like so far area one area, you know what you should be wearing or not wearing inside the local sports bars.
Being a Lions fan your whole life and not being a fair weather fan has been paying off, and it's about
Hey,
to be paying off.
I was
for
there
you
for
now,
the
so
I was there
you,
before the
you
bags
Lions
on the head.
faithful, I got a lot of respect for you guys for sticking with your team until you got it back together. So that's a big. I know that Midwest thing is big. That's a big division rivalry up there. So, and
I got
mean,
a lot
if
of
we're
crap
gonna,
for that 0-16 year. I'll tell you that much.
I know we're
Oh,
talking
man.
about Broncos right now, and I really like to see Jaleel McLaughlin come out with that. And I know he had a lot of good rushing, and not only that, he had a good pass catching game as well. So it'd be good to see him step up. But I know everybody played and everybody kind of looked good in that game. But watching Love play in the Packers game that they had, I mean, he
Wicks
had
touchdown was fire.
when he started and he played. I mean, it was just up in the air. Wicks touchdown. I think it was like a 60-some yarder.
That was a bomb
to the house. Like Love he looks poised, comfortable, ready to go. He's got his guys. So I know that the Broncos got their work cut out for him. Even if it is preseason, it's still going to be work. And, we're really going to see next week when they play the Pack.
Yeah.
I think what I like the most out of the Broncos game is like it gave me a sense of like not as much nervousness or worry about the offense going into this year. Like I think they did just well enough where it's like, okay, it's not as bad as what it sounds like everywhere else. Like they look competent, they look prepared, and they look like they could make, some noise a little bit. And it's before watching the game. The defense, though, I don't know because of all the people they had out there. But for as far as the offense, it definitely gave me some ease of mind seeing what they could do in the first half, especially.
It's that level of confidence that comes with the fact where you think you have your guy, and you think you got all your positions worked out. Training camp is going well, and it relates to the field. The chemistry is there, and that's just that's the most important thing about this part of the season. And as of right now, to the eye test, they do. They look confident. They look like the guys want to be where they're at and what they're doing. Yeah, and it'd be it's going to be interesting to see, I guess, who sticks with the defense and who ends up starting where. But we know for the most part. But we'll see. I bet you.
I'm still waiting for them to re-sign Simmons. What's going on?
Oh man, you think they're gonna do that?
I hope so. Like, why not? Like, just give him his money.
Well, they don't.
It's gonna be Singleton season.
He wants a lot of money.
Oh, look at that! Oh shit!
I thought I was gonna show more Broncos. It's really just showing
I
Anthony Richardson.
Oh.
Well, he's back though. What do you guys think about that, though? I mean, especially towards like I know. I believe you had him, Shawnee.
Who?
Anthony Richardson. You had him.
I had him in one of my ESPN leagues last season. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's got top 5 potential, obviously, all day. I mean, in the amount of time that he played last season, I know it was small sample size, but I think he was number 3 throughout. So I mean, he has the potential to keep that going. And in the offense that he has great protection. I mean, that line is easily, if not the best offensive line in the NFL, but top 3. So, I mean, the protection's there. He's got the legs. He had how many touchdown passes? And I think 28% plus of his passes when he was in were for over 20 yards completions. So, I mean, just a small sample size that we saw and what we got from him, he
Yeah.
has top 5 potential. And I mean, it could be number 1, as long as he stays healthy. That's all you got to wonder, and that's the biggest question mark with anybody.
Yeah.
It is, Kirk Cousins going to stay healthy? Is, Justin Herbert going to play with plantar fascia? Is Aaron Rodgers
all of these
Achilles healed well enough?
quarterbacks.
Is,
Yeah.
I mean, they're all question marks. It's just a matter of, are they healthy and on the other side of it? And with Richardson, they say yes, so he'll get the start. And I mean, if it comes down to that, it's going to be that.
Yeah.
You have that baddie run that I was telling you about earlier queued up. It was a pretty nice run late in the game.
Man, I don't have nothing queued up. Let me see if I can find it, though.
I was going to say, because that's what caught my eye. Out of the running backs that ran for the Broncos this weekend, he was the one that impressed me the most.
Who's that?
That Tyson Batty. I think his number is like 43 or something.
Okay.
He had a nice little cut outside, bump it out to the stretch it out to the sidelines touchdown. It's pretty nice.
He's got good hands too.
Mm-hmm. But I saw that they like to use estimate towards the goal line, so that'll be kind of interesting.
Well, we'll see. I don't know, man. He had that fumble.
I know. Oh, watch out.
But this is the time to get that out of the way.
Oh, yeah.
True. Exactly.
Sure,
exactly.
You get those hiccups out, they're going to duct tape that ball to that boy.
Yeah, you want to throw those interceptions. You want to have those fumbles right now in the preseason. Because, I mean, that's what so next time when you go about
nobody needs to get me started on Justin Fields.
Oh, man. So, how was that, though? I know you guys were talking about... Oh, wait. I think I might have found that.
Did you find it? It was a pretty nice run.
Let me see if I could pull it up here.
Because that's the kind of stuff that gets you, like, on the roster and stayed, which is nice. It's nice little looks.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
All right, while you look that up, I'm going to go ahead and drop my absolute favorite performance, no bias, of the preseason so far that I've seen and I saw the most of.
Yeah.
Was the Vikings.
Dude, that was awesome.
That
JJ
McCarthy
looked for
kid,
real.
All right, he got picked once because of bad vision and being forced from the pocket. He underestimated the speed of a cornerback. It's going to be a typical rookie mistake. But other than that, the passes that he completed, the decisions that he made, I mean, and his arm and just the throws that he made were almost like Patrick Mahomes-esque. The sidearms, the late dumps, the over the top.
It's like how Steph Curry changed the NBA, then you started seeing all these shooters coming to the league.
Well,
it's the same way with quarterbacks, they've been watching Mahomes do it for the past few years.
Daniels did it for Washington too, man. He
was pretty good too.
He threw a real nice touchdown pass. And then, I mean, if you want to, Caleb Williams too. I mean, no look over the top dump to Swift for like 50 yards. I mean, these rookie QBs that are vying for starts are all putting up good reasons.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Same thing about Knicks too, man.
I didn't see much out of Drake May, though. I didn't know if he did well or not.
Who?
For that Drake May, that Patriots game, I didn't really see any flashes.
I didn't see the Pats play. I didn't see that game at all or any highlights of.
Yeah.
Well, here's that Tyson Batty run.
Yeah, it's my guy. It's my sleeper in the
sleeper
running back
last year for the Jets.
Give this guy
Your name was Tyson near side.
Hit the gas.
Into the end zone, touchdown.
Amar Speed was backing up right there. He was.
Man, those uniforms, though, I'll tell you what.
I thought that was that highlight right there almost looks identical to the touchdown that undrafted free agent out of Hampton had for the Bears. That Walker.
Yeah.
That was like
Wheeler had almost an identical touchdown
right there.
If you can get that up, it looked almost identical.
He had two of them that were just baller. I mean, this kid, it's not like he had a free walk into the end zone. He was busting through yards after hit couple times for 20-plus yard touchdowns.
He looked like he was running for a spot on the lineup.
Oh, my God, yeah. Number 33, Walker, I think he was undrafted out of Hampton. But, I mean, he played pretty much the whole end of the game. And he had their 2 touchdowns. But, I mean, the Bears ran it up.
Yeah, the Bills
Oh, I
look
think
kind
I
of
found
pitiful,
it.
I
Hold
think
on.
Walker was his name, or Wheeler.
but it's Wheeler. Yeah, he was number
Wheeler.
33.
Yeah.
But going back to that Vikings game, like that connection that McCarthy had with Naylor is pretty smooth. Like he was finding his reads, getting his players ahead of him. I didn't see really any kind of questionable throws. It was pretty impressive.
Heck yeah, I agree.
There we go.
I agree. He looks like
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's a touchdown. Yeah.
it was so funny too because Minnesota wasn't looking great until
No.
the third quarter when they mic'd up Justin Jefferson. And it was like Justin Jefferson started calling the plays, and then all of a sudden they had that deep bomb touchdown,
Yep.
and it was awesome. And then,
Well, that's pretty cool. Like he called it out, like, "Oh, he's got him, and McCarthy hadn't even thrown the ball yet.
no, yeah, no. And then all of a sudden he comes in, and then it's the deep ball touchdown, and then they go back on defense. They had a huge sack for like a big loss, and then they come back again, another deep bomb, and then a long run. It's like as soon as they mic'd up JJ and he was hyping everybody up, they just went, tore it up, cut the deficit, and one by one. It was impressive. Super impressive.
And then they beat the Raiders at time expiring. That was pretty cool.
Oh my God, yeah, yeah. I'll love to see that any day of the week.
The Raiders
Jacoby
gonna
Myers
Raider,
looked good
right?
again, though.
Raiders gonna. I can't wait
The
until we start
Raiders are
getting
gonna
some like
Raider.
Raider blowback in here for some people watching.
Jacoby Myers looked good though.
Yeah,
Again.
Myers looks solid. Mayer got a touchdown too, I heard.
How their quarterbacks look? I didn't catch the Raiders game. How the
The wide
quarterbacks
receivers
look?
were making them look good. Just
yeah,
put it that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, well that's good, man. You need that sometimes.
They were making plays. They were getting open. They were running positive routes. And I think, to be honest with you, at that point in the game, we were seeing a little bit of that third string defensive back action where, they were just getting smoked by veterans. Jacoby Myers is by no means third string. I mean, he's a starter who had 80% of his season last season. He was better than Devontae Adams, and Gardner Minshew definitely looked way better than O'Connell. I'll tell you that. If anybody's going to get that position right now, after what we've seen from sample size so far, it's definitely going to be the stash.
Yep, the stash won that.
O'Connell just, I mean, he it's not like he played bad, but he just didn't play as well as Minshew. Minshew looked confident, like he usually does. I mean, if you look back through history.
Oh, here we go.
Of him playing,
McCarthy touchdown.
for everybody that he's played for. I mean, he has more positive highlights, more positive, than negative.
God.
But yeah, look at that, man. Oh, it was just beautiful to watch.
That place was loud after that. The second one that he's talking about, though, that Jefferson call-out touchdown, even got even louder.
Yeah, I can see if I can find it.
Yeah, who was that receiver? Jackson? Jackson. Yeah, Jackson. Number 8. I think he had 2 of those touchdowns.
Yeah.
Jackson. Yeah, I didn't see Addison out there, nor did I see. Well, I know JJ wasn't out there because he wasn't even padded up.
My top favorite fantasy performance from this weekend, in my opinion, from what I was rewatching, was Jermaine Burton from Cincinnati, that third-round wide receiver they drafted.
I didn't see that game.
Yeah, he had some big catches, like 67-yard. One of them went for a touchdown, but some big clutch third and long, keep the drive moving catches, and one of them for a touchdown. It was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, now we're getting into my division. I don't want to hear that.
I'm trying to sprinkle it around evenly.
No, you gotta keep it even because my
so
Steelers my Steelers did not play very well, man. I just got to be honest with you. Obviously Wilson not playing. Fields
I thought I was going to see Fields scramble a bit more, but
Fields
he's kind of content being in the pocket.
Twice. I think he fumbled twice. I mean, he had some nice in between, but I mean that Zach Allen, that backup, he's the one who had the best stats coming out and the easiest, best connection with Pickens, and we had a little bit of a run game going, but Houston definitely. I think the final score was 23-10.
That Stroud to Tank Dell touchdown was pretty fascinating to watch. Tank Dell did not give up on that play.
Dude, they're gonna have some. I feel like they're gonna be like a highlight reel factory over there in Houston.
Yeah, they're gonna be
For
like
sure.
they're gonna be the Texans feel like they're gonna be the Dolphins of last year, where they're just gonna have a bunch of like highlight games.
I mean, you add Diggs to the mix. Tank Dell came up huge in that game. You know, Stroud had a really nice 40-some yarder to Tank Dell, who broke tackles within the 10 and the 5 to get in the end zone. And then, you got Diggs, Dell, Collins. You got Mixon. I mean, yeah, you're going to see a lot out of them. That's for sure, man. It's definitely going to be a team for fantasy relevance.
What did you guys think of watching a full weekend of the new kickoff and whatnot, those return game stuff?
Man, it looks like a video game.
Yeah. It's going to take some getting used to on my part, too. You can tell even the players, hate it,
Well, I think they look lost. Like, when do I run?
Yeah,
because
they're just waiting to see if somebody touches the ball or if it rolls out of the end zone. It's like you got to have eyes in the back of your head because you're watching the guys who you're blocking who have a clear view of whether the ball gets touched or rolls out of the end zone. But if you're watching your defender, you're not turned around. You don't know if he's touched the ball yet or not. You almost got to wait for them to get a head start on you
It was definitely different. But I also watched a bunch of XFL and whatnot during the spring, so I kind of
your best bet is still just let it roll out of the end zone.
Yeah. That's
I feel
what some
like
teams are gonna do too is just
we'll see a lot better field position.
Well,
really?
I feel like we'll see a lot better field position from it.
Yeah.
It seems like the balls that got returned never got past the 20, but then when it rolls out or when it goes to a certain, then you get it at the 30. So that seems to be,
that's
if
what
you
I
were smart, you would just let it be that. But all these kickers with the previous system, they just wanted to kick it out of the end zone anyway and give you the ball where you got it. Now they're trying not to do that so you can actually get a guy without getting a decent return. So they're kind of making the kickers, put the ball in a little more of a position for them to make a play, which is funner to watch.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you kick it out of the end zone, you're giving them better field position. So I guess, they're probably telling them not to do that.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Here's that
Is this the Dell touchdown?
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, watch. Bink.
Boom.
Boom.
There's 14 points in fantasy right there.
Yeah, look at this. Boop. Laters.
Yeah, this is the first quarter too, so this is the ones too.
Dell, dude. I mean, if you want to think about
that was all the ones are out right there.
I don't know who's all out there right there.
The Steelers defense.
I didn't know Diggs took number 1.
Diggs is number 1? I didn't see that.
That's Diggs.
Oh, yeah.
He's number 1.
Cocky McCocky. Oh, boy.
I'm ready for the NFL this season. It's going to be so exciting. From coast to coast, it's about to be really fun. Really, really fun. I don't know. It's just like an energy around it. It feels like everybody's just coming. It's a youth movement. Younger, all these younger QBs, and you got Marvin Harrison Jr. in the mix too. But you got all these younger players coming up. Not even just the rookies. There's some solid.
Already.
Huh?
Malik Neighbors, the rookie in New York, he sprained his ankle.
Man.
Did that happen?
It's not looking like anything too serious right now, but you start out the season with a sprained ankle and you try to do something too early, man, you're going to wreck your season. So he's got to be real careful right now with the next couple weeks going forward. If he was smart, he'd sit out the rest of preseason.
Yeah, for sure.
These rookies, they're hungry to make their mark and get a contract and, make sure they stay and they're signed. And, poor New York, it's like they can't catch a break, dude. It's bad enough their QB is Danny Dimes. Then they go out and they draft this kid, and he's supposed to be very special, and he really is. If you watch his highlight reel, and then, behind him, who else do they have? They Darius Slayton and,
they got Isaiah
it's
Hodge
nothing special in New York to begin with. And then they go out and, the deepest they reach after losing Saquon is Devin Singletary. You did really nothing to up your game except for this rookie wide receiver, and now he's already hurt in the preseason. It's like the
Yeah,
Giants
but was
can't
he
catch
gonna
a
get
break,
the ball
but
though? Was Danny Dimes gonna get him the ball though? Let's be real. Like
That's what I've been telling some of my people in the
he
fantasy
gives. I mean,
community.
he gave him the best options.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's probably the quickest guy out there, running the best routes, giving him the best options for playmaking. You know, and it's New York's own fault, man. After watching their Hard Knocks and like how they really did not try and go out of their way to like, you know, make Saquon happy and like just told him to go check the market and see what you're worth, and we'll get back to you. And like, you know, watching how they draft and how they spend their money, it's like, I don't know. I just don't really respect the organization that much, to be honest with you, dude.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't go after and get like a Mixon or a Jacobs or just somebody to replace
Yeah,
that
and then,
backfield.
you know, you try and draft a QB or like at least go out and try and find a QB. I mean, shit, dude. You know, Dimes obviously ain't getting you where you need.
Well, they got what's his name? They got the Italian stallion, don't they?
Oh my goodness.
What's his name?
DeVito?
Mr. DeVito?
DeVito. Hey, forget about it.
He's gonna throw you a touchdown, huh?
Throw you a pie and a touchdown. Nah.
I'm throwing meatballs here.
Well, that's the fans are gonna be doing at the team if they keep playing like donkey.
Oh,
they're gonna start seeing some meatballs coming down at MetLife.
Oh god, dude. Oh my god. Man, Daniels, that Washington QB, the new guy.
Yeah.
Jordan Daniels?
He's smaller than I thought he was, but that boy can move, and it seems as if he's got some good vision. I'm anxious to see him play.
I love that Ben Sinnott catch. You see that boy running through some tackles, getting the extra yards?
Yeah, he's
looking
nimble.
good.
He'd be quick, man. Yeah, he's a little guy, though. Shit, man. You look down at him, you're like, holy hell. But, I mean, you look at little guys like Kyler Murray and all that they can do. You know, you never underestimate someone by their size.
Very true. Especially if they're in the NFL. I mean, they got there for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
You know, size or not. Like, you don't just get put in the NFL.
I didn't get to catch Kansas City at all. Did you guys?
Kansas City got smashed, didn't they?
Yeah, they Jacksonville looked like everything was a smooth-oiled machine, and Kansas City just looked kind of content with what they're like. They weren't flashy or whatever, and they were just rotating guys in and out. It was just kind of like a ho-hum, like whatever. We're just going through the motions here, and
that's how they are until like week 6, week 7.
Yeah, because they're always there in the Super Bowl. It's like, oh, we don't care about the first 14 games because all that matters.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could literally tell Patrick Mahomes. You know, you look at this. He's still number one off the board usually when it comes to QBs. But if you look at last year's stats and you're truly a fantasy football player, I think for you to take him first and even overall in like the first couple rounds, dude, it's ridiculous, man. His average was less than 20 points per game. And, you know, it was just other people doing it. He was underperforming.
I think he was like a top 12 QB barely.
Oh, they played the Jags?
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Over the top, baby.
Oh, but you should see this Brian Thomas Jr. catch, though, that he had against him. Just ripping it away from the defensive back.
Yeah.
That was Duvernay?
Duvernay.
Yeah, that was Duvs.
Oh, my sweet Lord.
Put him back in the punt returns. Look at that.
Who was taking the snaps for the Jags? Who's the QB? Anybody?
Look at him get killed. Bye.
He just got plowed.
Oh, no. Oh, there's the Brian Thomas catch.
Yeah. Watch that. Yeah, check that stuff out.
See. Maybe. We'll get back to it.
That was
hey, Jeff, I got to ask you a question.
Yo.
Everybody in our foosball league.
Yeah.
We finally got that girl to sign up, so we got full team now. But everybody is wondering why our draft board is set up as Superflex.
Because that's how I set it up. That's what we voted on a while back. You don't remember, man?
No, Mike doesn't remember either. And neither does the other Mike.
Well.
Oh, watch this.
There we go.
Give me this goddamn ball.
Oh, wait.
Who came down with that? Collins Jr.?
No, that's Thomas Jr. Brian, give me that one hand. Give me
Thomas.
that.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh,
Trevor Lawrence got
ATN scored a
weapons.
touchdown too.
Let's see. Man,
ATN
Jacksonville's
was
gonna be
number
pretty.
3 in fantasy points last season, number 4 per game. Literally has a chance to repeat,
Mhm.
and
You think he's
getting
gonna?
drafted late. ATN is a great prospect.
Look at that. Watch this. Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Madden right there.
Oh yeah, not even touched.
Uh,
Not even touched.
yeah, but I mean, Kansas. You can't really rate anything
They're just like,
against
we'll see
Kansas
y'all in the
City
Super Bowl.
early in the
Deuces.
season. Yeah, they're not worried about right now.
Because they got Taylor
you
Swift.
know,
They're fine.
For as much as not a lot of people are worried about right now, you know, it's just how it goes. You know, you expect Kansas City to be one of those teams,
Yeah.
and now you know from how Texans played in Pittsburgh that they're one of those teams that know they don't have to worry. You know, you know the guys who know that they're poised to have who they're having start and through the season. The guys that are ready to go and know that they got a shot to go the whole way.
Well, do you think Kansas City knows that they have a shot to go the whole way, though? I mean, Hollywood Brown just got hurt. You know,
I don't
they'll probably throw a bag
think
at
you can ever count them out. I mean,
yeah,
I don't
well,
think
yeah,
that
I
their
don't think you count
roster
them
has
out.
changed significant enough for them to not be.
Okay. So you think as long as they have Pat Mahomes, they always have a chance. They're always going to be there.
And Andy Reid, those two are like
I
1
think
and 2.
Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, you know, Chris Jones. I mean, yeah, I think every year under their belt is just another year of confidence and another year of leadership, step up style, man. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've only added weapons. They only added the fastest 40 in history of the Columbine to their roster as a receiver. And I mean, you got Rashee Rice, who was supposed to be the #1 breakout last season, and it doesn't look like he's going to be suspended because his first court appearance isn't even until December.
Yeah.
So unless the NFL makes some drastic decision to suspend him before he even goes to court to be in trouble, which I don't think they can even do, he's going to play all the way through January without even having, you know, they're just going to keep pushing that date back. So he's not going to go until the season's over. So they got Rashee Rice. They got Xavier Worthy. They got Isaiah Pacheco, who's going to step up into a bigger role. You got Travis Kelce coming off his biggest season with his most touchdowns, especially postseason. You know, a defense that's still strong and added to. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think they're still poised to do just as well as ever. And just as well as ever is fucking 3 Super Bowls in a row.
True.
Yeah, and with the Hollywood Brown injury, I can see them bringing in like a veteran off the street, like a Michael Thomas or something to supplement that room.
I mean, but, you know, the fact of the matter is there's more talent around the league now and more competition. And as long, you know, I don't know what Kansas City's schedule is. That's something that I'd be interested to see. Pull up Kansas City's schedule.
Their schedule.
And then we can make a better judgment and assumption on what their season might look like.
Yeah, I don't know where they ranked at the strength of schedule for the year, but, you know. Well, the Dolphins messed around and found out you play them in the playoffs in the nice cold weather. It doesn't matter how high flying your offense is.
Yeah. They got a rematch on that one. It's going to be nice and warm still, so it'll be a Thursday night game this year.
Yeah.
They start off with the Ravens.
That's a tough game to start out with right there, right off the bat. Probably toughest you could.
Yeah.
All the fantasy points in that matchup.
They're gonna play the whole AFC North.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is what it looks like.
That could
Then you
easily
got
be a split.
Atlanta thrown in there, Saints thrown in there. So they got NFC South thrown in there.
Oh, those are
which it looks like those are no.
Do they play the
going to
Browns and
Atlanta.
the Steelers?
They play the Browns and the Steelers later in the season.
Yeah, so they play the whole AFC North, and then
And
they'll
they
play
end with
their
the
whole
Broncos.
division twice.
Yeah.
So
Hollywood
that's
Brown dislocated his clavicle?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hollywood got hurt. A clavicle dislocation is 4 weeks tops.
Is it?
I broke both my collarbones and both my thumbs one summer, and it took me 6 weeks to ride my bike again.
Oh. Ooh.
I never broken no bones, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that going.
Yeah.
That's because you know your boys out there snowboarding and riding bikes and trying to get hurt. That's
Yeah,
why
see,
my
I don't
body
do
doesn't
that.
work. That's why my whole body doesn't work at 39.
Yeah.
I got no left knee, no cartilage nowhere.
Oh man, that's rough.
I'm drinking Ensure for Christ's sake.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, so Kansas City,
They got a tough schedule. They do.
they have a pretty solid, but you know, I feel like they got a pretty simple schedule too. I mean, they're playing the Falcons, the Saints.
I
Those
think
aren't
honestly they
hard
run through the
games.
NFC South 4-0.
Yeah,
They
they're gonna
sweep
run
them
through the
guys.
NFC South. They do play the 49ers, so that
Well,
should be
we all know how
fun.
that goes.
Yeah,
If you guys want to see the hardest end of the season schedule ever, look at the Steelers' schedule right now, and look at their last like 6 to 8 games.
the Steelers.
Yeah, look
That's
at this.
because the
Just go
Steelers are
ahead,
garbage.
look. Oh wait,
I was playing.
Oh man.
Hey, the Broncos schedule is hard too because they're garbage.
no man, nothing. This is dog shit. Look at how hard the end of the season is for the Lurs.
Let me pull this up. All right, hold on. End of season for the Steelers. You got Ravens, Browns, Bengals, Browns, Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals.
Yeah.
Nice.
So at
But-
what point is are they gonna throw Justin Fields to the Wolves there and pull Russell Wilson?
Probably
'Cause they
we.
didn't pick up his 5th-year option, so
They're only playing Russell Wilson against the Broncos, and then after that, they're gonna cut him.
Oh, wow, hot take.
They're not gonna cut him. They're not. I don't know. Justin Fields, I think, is a. I don't know.
Maybe this third string guy surpasses both of them.
Yeah,
Nah.
I think when it comes to season though, and when things get break, I have it in my head, and I'm usually right about these things that I don't know if I want to be in this case, but I just think Fields is going to end up being the guy. And
You think
know,
so? Tomlin
Yeah.
doesn't usually change quarterbacks though, unless he like absolutely has to.
That's why I think Wilson gets hurt. I think that Fields is just the number 2, and he goes in and he makes it happen, and Tomlin stays.
Maybe Wilson's not even hurt. Maybe that's just an excuse though, because
That's fine with me.
he knows he
I'll
sucks.
take
You know,
I don't know. He's
Not like
dangerous.
we paid for the motherfucker.
Right?
unlimited, right?
Yeah.
We're paying for him.
He already said, what was that, like something about something Let's Ride, Steelers country or something.
Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
Yeah, see, it's just crazy too to see like he's like the only person who he's like Tim Tebow, but with the Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
As far as like how like hoorah
So
he is.
polarizing though.
Yeah. Well, and it's so polarizing, but at the same time, it's all about his brand too. He's building his brand. Like when he was out here, he had a store, you know, like him and Sierra had
yeah,
a store open.
How'd that go for him?
Like I had clothes. It's
His
not
own
open.
Subway sandwich.
Yeah, his own Subway sandwich, commercials.
Careful, it's spicy.
Yeah. Ooh.
Spicy.
Dude,
How many of those did you have out there?
Even Sean Payton, when
None.
he came in, like, you could tell the hatred that he had for him immediately, because he told him he's got to stop being, I forget the exact words. It was some
Tool?
actor or some like famous singer.
He's
He's like, you got to stop being such a fucking media whore and play football.
Yeah.
You know, And it's like when your own coach is saying that and then taking you out, like when you're still healthy and having like decent games, you just know
Last
it's not going to
year,
end well.
because I watched it up here, I knew the marriage was over at that Lions game when he just blew up on him on the sidelines.
Right. Well,
Like, that
that's
was,
like,
oh, they
yeah, you
done.
just show that you don't
It's-
care anymore to just give them hell in front of live TV.
Yeah.
Now we gotta play.
Oh, here
Oh,
we go. Yeah, this
God.
is Sed's boy. This is his guy.
Look at him, dude.
Look at that.
Oh, my God.
That's your starting quarterback for
I call this
2024 right there.
The fork and knife. I call this
I
one.
mean, if you do something like this and know you're not, and
Big bite.
don't think you're going to get called a douchebag, then either, you're way too confident or you just, I don't know. I don't get
Hey,
it.
you're starting quarterback for the Broncos. That's how you go out there and
Hey.
win.
Like, that just, oh, my God. That whole time right there, I just saw the word douche on his forehead.
Hey, man. That's your value, Ben quarterback. No hate on Russ, though, man. He has a Super Bowl ring.
It's so
He's
funny, though,
just-
that the only stipulation to him coming was the fact that he was already paid for. Like, yeah, we'll take him. We don't have to spend
Well,
any
yeah,
money.
because they went and got. They went
If
and
he
got.
fucks up, it's a year and he's gone. We don't.
Yeah, they went and got Fields afterwards, right?
Yeah, but you know what, though? A lot of players have made seasons based on less of a fire lit under their ass.
Mhm.
If anybody in the NFL right now has the most incentive to play the best football of their life in a new situation where they can succeed and they're actually treating him like a person, this is Russ's season. And if it's not this season, sorry, bud, but I
He's
don't
gonna
see
play for the
you
Browns.
other than, that dude who gets kicked around from team to team for another 2 or 3 seasons until we forget your name. And that's just how it goes.
Ari becomes a backup.
I don't know, man.
I think it'd be.
I want him to succeed. It's my team, but I also know that we have a bona fide potential all-star right behind him.
Who?
Man, Mike is still tripping out on the chat for our foosball league.
I know, so I was.
Got a trigger warning.
We can have 5 receivers starting. Oh, it's a super flex league with linebackers.
What?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Mike. I'm gonna pull up these messages. See,
Oh,
I didn't
man.
want. I didn't want to have to pull up
Put 'em on
receipts,
blast.
as Coach Sanders would say. Pull my receipts. But
my
I'm gonna
God,
have to
here we
pull
go.
them up.
This is too good.
He was the only one who replied, really. Let's see.
We've all been in there asking where the hell you're at.
Me?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Where's our commissioner? Where's Commish?
I know. I'm about to
What kind of
retire.
league is this? When do we draft?
He's on vacation.
Oh,
What's the draft? What's the draft?
let me pull it up.
They're gonna start rioting now.
It's just because Mike and I are in so many other leagues where he's the commissioner, and if not, it's this Angel guy, and they are so by the book, and we are so much in our chats, and everything is like so set in stone and already like committed to, and dues are paid, and just I don't know, everything's just already set in stone, and it's just like an order used to, and now there's just this one league hanging out there out of nowhere where we can't find the commissioner, and we don't even know
you talking
what
about
kind of
mine?
league it is. And so
We've been
everybody's
talking
all up
about
in
it
the
this whole
comments.
time.
There ain't no bus driver on the bandwagon.
There ain't.
I told everybody, I was like,
I
first
told
of
you
all,
guys last year I was done running it. You guys wanted to keep it going.
Yeah, and that's when we decided to move it over to sleeper. And now, luckily, I mean, I didn't even think we were going to fill the league. And I was like, all right, dude, if we're struggling to fill an 8-man league, maybe it is time to call it. But that's one of my favorite leagues, dude, because we've been in it for years now. We've been in it for seasons. And like, you know, the shit talking's always fun and the chat's always fun.
Yeah, but I just got so many leagues, man.
Yeah, I'm still trying to fill a 32 league.
I got so many leagues that I don't have to worry about.
How many leagues do you have?
Why do I have to pause energy into one that I do have to worry about?
How many leagues do you have?
Let me see, like 5. I got my work league. I got Shady Sports League. I got this league, the other league with Mike, and then the Dynasty. So 5. That's a lot.
I have 9.
Yeah, well, how many are you running?
How many am I running? I'm on for 4 of them. I'm in the league office.
You're in the league office.
I'm the VP. Yeah.
Well, come be the VP over here. Come run some stuff over here instead of acting like you don't know what's going on in a league that you've been a part of from day one. I've asked you to, Shawnee.
Already right.
Should I pull receipts on you too? Should I pull receipts on you too? This is why everything's in chat. This is why everything's in text.
Check out, homie.
Oh no, they don't, bro. We can pull them. We're on live too. We got backup too. We're on live. We'll pull it up right here, bro. It's been talked about more than once. Nothing's kept in secret on the league. Everything's right there. You can keep stuff moving along just how it goes. You don't have to sit. You don't have to sit and wait. You don't have. What?
And when you weren't there,
I left for 2 days.
You've been working.
I left for 2 days, Shawnee. I'm sorry.
But you're still not in the chat after a week.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
I'm
man.
Problem getting a 32 team filled.
It's hilarious.
Right? I'm chatting right here, buddy.
Oh, now you're in it.
We've been chatting all day.
On a podcast. Now that he's live on a podcast, he's going to check in and be like, I'm here.
But I've been chatting all day.
Nuh-uh. In the foosball league?
Yeah, right here, bro, on Facebook.
No,
not in Sleeper.
In the foosball chat on Sleeper.
Not in Sleeper, no. I don't go in Sleeper all the time. I'm sorry, Shawnee. That's why we have the Facebook. Exactly. So, goes both ways.
I go both ways.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Are we going to do Superflex or do you want to just do standard PPR again?
We talked about Superflex back in January. I'll pull up the messages where we all talked about it. I'm sorry that you smoked too much weed or something. You forgot. But we talked about this already. That's why it was changed to what it is. That's why everything. Facebook, yes. It was on Facebook. It was in Sleeper. It was wherever it needed to be.
I'm going to start pinning.
So there's just cross wires.
Hey, you got to give me VP allowance in there so I can pin stuff like the league rules and what everything is, so I can pin it to the chat so people can look, and that way they can't say that nothing's there.
All right, I'll do that for you.
You got to give me the responsibility, dog.
Yeah, I'll give you the responsibility.
Jem's like, fuck y'all.
I'm just like, man, the same thing I told Justin about his league. I don't have the mental capacity, bro, to be trying to keep it going. And then to try to wrangle up, too. It's like, that's the whole thing with that league. Is if everybody's not active, I don't want to do it. Like,
I watch these guys literally have to, like, go beyond and, like, text people to get them to pay their dues and, like, check on their team and shit.
Yeah, like, so it's a lot.
That's why
it's a lot.
That part.
Yeah. So, we'll see how it goes. I think the plan was to do the draft live on Tuesday, so
we'll do that on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the order.
Well, the draft order. So.
And then Tuesday, the 3rd?
Yeah, I think it was like September 3rd.
Draft date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember seeing that message?
Yeah, those I remember seeing.
That was in Facebook too.
No, that was not. No, that was on the Sleeper chat.
Let's see.
That's the only one I've been in, so that's how I know it's on there.
Oh. Well, We're trying to migrate everything over there, but it hasn't quite gotten
I
everything
can't
over
believe
there
everything has gone that direction. Yeah, but you watch, like, you see ESPN now, they're trying to change their format, and they're going towards like more of what Sleeper's done and how they're doing it, because
Yeah,
they know
Sleeper
they're
kind of
losing.
changed the
To
They
game.
me,
know they're
it's
losing
ours.
people.
I dropped all my ESPN and Yahoo League. I'm just all Sleeper.
Yeah, that's how I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I
much.
only
I have a
have two.
Yahoo
I have
League.
2 ESPN leagues left, and
They're
7
a
Sleeper
dinosaur. They're
leagues
getting
now.
phased out.
But dude, I love ESPN simply for the fact that I started with them and I fell in
Mhm.
love with fantasy football in that format. And Matthew Berry was running the show then, and I loved Berry and I loved his commentary, and he
Yeah.
was always really on point with his fantasy prospects and stuff. And now, like, even Field Yates and Stephania Bell, their injury girl, and who else is Daniel Dopp and Matthew Clay. They still run a really good fantasy show over there
Yeah,
at
but they're on
ESPN.
all platforms too, though. They're not just on ESPN.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is that's one of the main reasons that I like those guys, and that's why I support that, because most of the information that I go off of, or that I like to concur with, or that usually ends up being closest on point, is their shit.
Yeah, I
So
stopped
that's why.
listening to him when Matthew left. I'm a Matthew guy. He goes, I go. I've been listening more to the NBC stuff that he's at, the happy hour, whatever that is.
The happy hour. I've been listening to
Yeah,
the
because I
happy
like Matthew
hour.
Berry. That's the whole reason why I stayed with ESPN for so long, and then he
Yeah.
left, and I was like, I'm out. Maybe we'll see what he's doing.
Well, I mean, I just think ESPN's gonna be king anyway. They just have more access than anybody
Right,
else,
right.
regardless.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're gonna have more information, but at the same time, a lot of these other leagues are getting just as much information too. Like Yahoo with their betting, they're able to get a lot more, insider information. And I like Yahoo because I like, I feel
I
like
know
their
Yahoo
chats
was
are
your favorite.
active.
You used to say, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like their chats are active. You can like click on a player and you can see what everybody's talking about on it. But then Sleeper combines all of that. Like it's
Yeah.
like that
Yeah,
times
they
10.
do.
Like
Yeah, and I
you
keep my
know.
notifications on through them because they usually come first with the injury information.
Yeah, yeah.
Sleeper?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because they're tied
Either
in with the
that or
betting
Schefter.
too.
You always got to follow Adam Schefter. Any trade news, any injury news, any big contract news, Schefty's always the first to have it, and he's the first to tweet it. So Adam Schefter's really good to follow on X or Twitter or just YouTube, whatever notifications you get. Shefty is definitely the way to go. Get that info right as it comes out. Oh man. Hey boys, my phone's gonna die, and before I don't get to say goodbye or check out, I'm gonna sign off.
Yeah.
Hey,
So we'll
absolutely.
figure out the fantasy. We'll get it straightened out for you guys.
Yeah,
So,
and then after that, I mean, this week coming up, there's a lot of really sweet fantasy or really sweet preseason games coming up that I'm kind of really interested in. And now that I got my Fubo back, I'll make sure and check up on them. And then next week we'll check up on some of these preseason games and get back into who and what we see.
For sure.
Yeah, especially with some of these newer injuries. But I mean, a lot of them, it seems like most of these injuries are going through a preseason. So, it'll be cool to see how they affect things going forward, though, especially in the fantasy side of the house. So yeah, it was good chatting, guys. Anything else, Justin? You want to touch on
No,
anything?
I'm good. That was good. I like I said, I only caught some of the games, but the ones I did, it was fun to get back in the swing of it, and I'm interested to see how stuff starts clearing up after week 2 of preseason. Because there's only one other game after that, and then we're there.
Yeah, and
Football's
it's
coming.
preseason too, though. It's not like it's a lot of people out there, fighting for draft spot or roster spots. There's a lot of people, playing for positions and where they sit on the depth chart and stuff. So I feel like it's different too, but it is cool to see some NFL games. It is cool to see these people back in action for sure. So yeah, like you said, we're there. We got this game next weekend, and then one more weekend, and then a week off, and it's started the season. So it's here sooner than later, guys. I hope you're ready.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I am.
There we go. Well,
Don't
shoot, it's
forget
been
to
real,
like and
guys.
subscribe, guys. Shady
Don't
Sports
forget
Network.
absolutely.
Yes, yes.
Fantasy Football Report. We're brought to you by Manscaped, Cash
Hey.
App.
I was about to say we got the Cash App Manscaped. I'll play that and then I'll play the outro. So let's go, guys. Thanks for joining us. Catch us Tuesday night too. We'll be back 6:30 Mountain Standard Time, talking fantasy reports, getting you ready for your drafts. If you haven't drafted already, I know we're getting there. So let's get it going. Don't forget, like Shawnee said, follow, like, subscribe. Catch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, X, all the social medias. Have a good one.
On the flip side.
How are you? Bring them things, bring them things. I call the plug, bring them things. I bring them things.
That's money. That's cash out.
Forever you and me, right by my side, where you ought to be. Cause if I ever were to lose you, I just don't know what I'd do. Let me hear you now. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.